Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the weekend preview. Um, I'm here sitting in place of Ajo and the regular panel for this episode. I'm here with
Nana Kwame.
Dante.
yes. So without wasting too much of your time, we go into the games. EPL, we are in the winter break. Yes, and there are teams who played last week and teams who played this week. This has been done by the Premier League to give rest to all of the teams. Now we have Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, a London derby. Echo, how do you see this match as we go into the game?
Well, I think Crystal Palace hasn't been on great form. You can talk about two teams who haven't had a great period so far. Arsenal has only won once in 7 games. You can talk about Crystal Palace, who has also just won 1 game in also 10 matches. This is a battle of two inconsistent sides that haven't had their game so far. You can talk about this being an ego boosting moment for the Arsenal team. They ended 2023 in a very, very bad way. They haven't won much. So this would be a game that would make the boys gain their form. You can't tell Crystal Palace would win this game. The last time they won against Arsenal was in 2022, where there was Wilfred Zaha and Mateta and all that on the score sheet. I believe this is a game for Arsenal, to be honest. This is an easy win for Arsenal.
Okay, so for Arsenal to win this game, obviously they need their bright players to show up. Bukayo Saka started the season brightly, and his form has not been that great. What do you have to say about that?
So, with regards to Bukayo Saka's form, I would consider it a lapse of form. Ever since that 4-3 thriller at the Kenilworth Road Stadium against Luton Town, he's only scored 1 goal. Only 1 goal involvement. Luckily for him, he's up against a Crystal Palace team who are in the top 5 or top 6 when it comes to goals conceded. So this Crystal Palace defense will concede chances, will concede goals. So this is a good time for Bukayo Saka to produce. And I see him getting at least a goal or assist. So free tip for the FPL players.
All right. So Adante, are you a Liverpool fan?
Oh,
Yeah. What team do you support?
I'm a true blue, you know.
Oh wow, Chelsea.
Yeah,
Are you okay with your form?
we are picking up.
Are you sure?
Oh, of course.
Can you win the league?
Hell no.
Okay, so Liverpool goes to the Vitality Stadium. They face an informed Bournemouth, who has been pretty good in December. What's your take on the match?
Yeah, sure. So, like you rightly said, they are facing a pretty good Bournemouth team. And unlike Arsenal and Crystal Palace, which is going to be about a team who are coming off a very bad form, these are two teams that are on a very good note. So, in the last 8 games, if you are using their form guide to do some analysis, Bournemouth has 19 points and then Liverpool has 18 points.
Wow.
So, I think these are two teams who are on the higher note in terms of the EPL. The way they set up too is quite similar. Liverpool and Bournemouth both prefer to do a quick transition from defense into attack when they are attacking you. That is why Mohamed Salah is always doing his runs at a high pace on the rings.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? So it is similar for Bournemouth. That is why these two teams, when they come up against the low block side, they are so able to produce results. Crystal Palace, they produce results, and I think Bournemouth face another low block side. They are both getting the results against the low block side. So this is a very crucial game for them, and I think I'm going to enjoy it.
All right, that's a very good take. Echo, I'm coming back to you. Liverpool, they are short of players, key players. Robertson just joined. Robertson is injured. Alexander Arnold has just joined the injury list. They are missing out key players like Endo, who was brought in to fix their defensive midfield issues. He's also left for the Asian Games. Do you think they can continue to win the games and continue to go on to win the Premier League?
Well, if you should ask me, I think Liverpool will be the underdogs in this match because you are missing Mohamed Salah. You are missing Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, and Endo. You ask yourself, Liverpool have always been a team full of spirit. But trust me, Bournemouth has lost just 1 game out of 9 games in all competitions. Do you believe this is a side that's only missing Semenyo, who is representing Ghana right now? Talk about a striker who is on form. who has actually scored 12
Solanke.
goals. Of course, you can tell there's a momentum. You know, when you lose certain players, your style of play isn't there.
Changes,
How are
yeah.
they going to score? Would you play a midfield of Curtis Jones, Elliott, and all that? You wouldn't see that efficiency in this team. You see the spirit as to winning, but I think Araula, who is the coach of
Yeah.
Bournemouth, has done a great job, and you see it in a match. I don't think Klopp will really have much to do in this match. I think Bournemouth will have a win or a draw.
Fair enough. That is a very big take from you. We can't
I want
talk.
to say something about
Okay,
the.
yeah.
You see, this is a game, man. It's going to involve a lot of the attack. You see, Sinistera, the Bournemouth left winger, is going to cause a lot of trouble for the new chap. I think Conor Bradley.
Yes.
Because of where they are.
Yeah.
Because of the way he's been positioned.
Yeah.
So that part of the game is good. You guys should just watch out. It's going to be a very interesting place to watch.
All right. So we can't discard the Premier League without talking about the return of striker no Chabet. Ivan Toney of Brentford. They take on Nottingham Forest. Kwame, What do you think he will bring
it is
back?
the return of Bomu Inoki, the return of Bomu Presi, king of death. He is back. And it's against no other team than Nottingham Forest, the team that has most of their players going to the African and the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
And also against the Nottingham Forest team that is battling relegation. It will be interesting to see how Nottingham Forest will shape up to attack.
Do you think he will start?
Of course.
Wow.
He's very, very important to the Brentford style of play in terms of being the focal point. When he was out, Mopé tried to hold the fort. But unfortunately, Mopé got injured about 3 weeks to a month ago and they fell off a cliff. So this will be, in my opinion, a new start. He's going up against this Forest team that would, I expect, to be a new look defense because three of Forest's defensive line will be in Cote d'Ivoire. I'm not even saying would. They are in Cote d'Ivoire competing in the African Cup of Nations. So it will be Tony against Harry Tofolo, Ryan Yates, wine.
Okay.
He eats them for breakfast. I even have him in my FPL team. I see him getting at least a goal or
Well,
two.
yeah, we look forward to Ivan Toney's return and how he will impact this Brentford side against Nottingham Forest. We are moving into La Liga. Real Madrid, after beating Atletico Madrid in the Super Cup to advance to the final and beat Barcelona and win it, they meet in the Copa del Rey and they lost to Atletico. I don't know if it's a shocking result, but they lost to Atletico Madrid. This weekend, they face Almeria, a side that is below half the table. Do you think it's a walkover or will it be an upset for Real Madrid? How does Carlo approach this?
I believe Real Madrid are going to thrash that team, coming off a defeat to Atletico Madrid, which was a defeat you wouldn't like to see as a Madrid fan. You could see Griezmann had a brilliant game. He's regained his form and everything. Real Madrid are bad losers or sore losers, if I should put it. You don't expect Atletico Madrid, who is a very big rival, to score against them and then they would probably come back and be drawing against Almeria. In the first half, you probably see 2 goals already in because this is the time for them to prove that, yes, they are the champions. And about the Atletico match, I think it's not been so good. Real Madrid shouldn't be losing such a game. But you can talk about how the team has lost its composure in terms of the back line. You could see easily given goals, especially the goal where Griezmann made the run from the right-hand side all the way. That's not something you like to see. And this is a point to prove. This is a time to actually prove that they need to play very well. They have the La Liga to win, and I think, and the Champions League as well. So,
But not to cut you off. I think it was more of tiredness, more fatigue, because Real Madrid, ever since coming back from their Christmas break, the La Liga Christmas break, they've been playing Wednesday, Thursday, the Super Cup. So
Atletico has also had same.
and also this game also went to extra time. Remember, Atletico.
I mean, there are
went-
2 teams playing. If you talk about fatigue, both teams are experiencing that.
the same.
Yes,
The-
but then
You can't
One
They have
team
the
is
same
twice.
line of
I think it
fixtures.
can
You
easily-
can't-
But then the difference between you say Atletico as well, but I don't remember hearing Atletico having 2 of their centre backs having ACL injuries. Do I?
Of course.
So the
I
main
think-
defense was also that.
Adante.
I think
Just come
the 8 game with Madrid, if you follow the scoreline, you might be deceived. Madrid
Of course.
really gave them their match. They had, I think, 2 balls striking the post.
Yes,
and
exactly.
the first 2 goals of Atiku were actually some defensive howlers, which they could have just prevented.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I believe that with all things being equal, if they get Atiku on another day, any day,
they
they
should-
beat them.
they should-
So
they
they are going to dismantle Ameria. Trust
Of
me,
course,
it
of
is
course.
going
They'll
to be
trash
easy.
them.
Bellingham will definitely
How
score.
long do you think Madrid is going to take Madrid to overtake Girona?
Within the next 3 games, I expect Madrid to overtake Girona. Even though I'm vouching for, I like equality, sort
Yeah.
of, and I like new things. I want Girona to do something different in the La Liga for once. The
Yeah.
duopoly and then the monopoly
It's
has
too
been
much.
too much. So you want someone new. You want a new force. So they should come.
All right.
and then take the La Liga for
We'll
us.
take that. We'll take that. Coming to you, Nana. Coming. Barcelona. They face Real Betis away from home.
A very, very, very interesting game that will take place at the Benito Villamarin in Spain, in Seville.
There you.
Looking at these two teams, I think where the game will be won and lost will be in the midfield. It will be a difference between 2 midfield styles. The flair players and then the grafters. What do I mean by that? Barcelona have the flair players. Gundogan, Pedri, Fermin Lopez, De Jong, Sergio Roberto. On the other hand, there comes
Wait, you had said you Roberto. Wow.
Then, I mean, on the other hand, Betis,
It's proving. So yeah.
Betis, they have the
Oh.
grafters there. In your Fono, Guido Rodriguez, William Carvalho,
strong.
Rodri, Ayozi Perez. Isco won't be, I won't consider Isco as that much of a grafter, but then he's adapted a bit to that sort of style of play. So it will be very, very interesting. It will be very difficult for Barcelona to at least to get a win in this game.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because in their last 5 matches, Barcelona has trashed Betis. 5 wins.
But then if you look at
No,
Betis,
0 wins for Real Betis.
The run up to this match,
It's
Barcelona hasn't really
Yes,
been
it's
on
terrible
top
for
of
and
Barcelona.
also if you look at Betis' home form, they got a point against the top 2. Real Madrid, Girona, Atletico are yet to go there, so time will tell whether. I'm going to make a bold prediction here: Betis win or draw. You might say, "Oh, Barcelona, all that," and
Yeah.
Barcelona are not on form. Even against Salamanca, Salamander, or whatever that team was yesterday,
You can't really see a connection.
struggle.
yes, they struggled quite a lot. So I'm going to go for a Betis win or draw. But if Barcelona shade it, get a 2-1 win, I'll not be shocked.
I want
Okay.
to add up to what he said.
Sure.
If you watch the front 3 of Barcelona, you can't really see a connection between them. Chances are being created from the midfield most of the times.
Yeah.
You can't really see the connection between Lewandowski, who's going to play on the left and who's going to play on the right. So I believe once he's saying Betis are going to win, it's based off some of these reasons.
Well, as we've mentioned Lewandowski, let's move into its former league, the Bundesliga. We have Fulham facing Dortmund, the return of Jadon Sancho. Is he fit to start this game? Do you think it's right for him to start or to come from the bench like he did in the previous game?
Put Jadon Sancho in a German Bundesliga team or in the German Bundesliga and he will look like Messi.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a league that opens up, makes you try anything you want. The flair, the skills, everything. I mean, Jadon Sancho hasn't played in a while, and his first game he got an assist. That should tell you something. This is a league where attackers get to express themselves. Most of the players who came out of the German Bundesliga couldn't play in the Premier League because it's 2 different things.
There I see a Haaland.
I mean, there's Haaland, there's
Haaland is-
KDB.
in
It's a
any-
proportion.
in
It's a
any
proportion.
issue,
Most,
there is
most
an
of
exception,
them,
you know.
most of them. And you can tell Jadon Sancho is fit for this team. He has connection. He knows how to play that 1-2 with his strikers, with his wingers. There's Ian Matson, who is also on the left side. If he's
On
playing
loan.
the 7, I mean, you can clearly see Jadon Sancho walk straight into this team. You have Malen. You have, how do you call it? The other winger, Brandt. You have all these guys. And you can see Jadon Sancho being ahead of all these guys. So obviously, you slot him.
Yeah. Okay, so Sancho joining this team, does it bring them back to title?
Definitely. You see,
competition?
mostly there are some signings that process, like just like the new manager boost, it also happens in amongst
Yeah.
the players. So I can make a case for Bruno Fernandes joining
Exactly.
Madrid in January.
In January.
It just rejuvenates the team,
Yes,
and then they
exactly.
have a different aura amongst them, and they think that they can play, right? So I believe that Sancho is ready. Like my brother was saying, he got an assist in his first game.
Yeah.
It was a cameo. I think he got on the 55th minute. When he got on about
Marco.
20 minutes into the game, he provided an assist. He is ever ready. Whatever was going on with him being on the sideline when he was at Man U, it was just an off-pitch incident. It had nothing to do with football. So mentality-wise and football-wise, he is ready to play. So you just allow him to explore.
Beautiful. Bayern Leverkusen, Echo, I'm coming back to you. They go away to Leipzig. Do you feel Leipzig is very, very strong to break the unbeaten run?
If I'm being honest, I don't think so. Because you have a team that's on top of the German Bundesliga. You have Bayern Munich 4 points behind you. You can't afford to, even though you are missing your major talisman, who has been injured through the preparation for the AFCON, you don't expect to be able to lose to Leipzig. Mind you, Leipzig's form has been on and off.
Yeah.
You have Openda coming in. You have Xavi Simons. They've let Timo Werner out now. But you see, it's basically the same old team. You have Paulsen.
Yes,
You have Klosterman. All these guys. I don't think they have the nod to beat a team that hasn't lost a
So
game.
it's a no for Leipzig.
I don't think so.
I beg to
The best
differ.
will be a draw.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
Let's
We can't talk about the Bundesliga and leave out the big giants. Bayern Munich. I'm coming to you, Kwame.
But then
Munich.
before we move to Bayern, I beg to differ because Leipzig at the RB Arena, the Red Bull Arena, are quite strong. The losses that if you look at their form, the L's that they've been taking, most of them are away matches. They are quite strong at home. Also, let's not forget the African Cup of Nations is all. You said Boniface is injured, but if you look at the back, Edmond Tapsoba is in Cote d'Ivoire with the Burkina Faso team. Odilon Kusunu is also gone with the Ivorian team. These are two important defenders in the Bayer
Leverkusen
Leverkusen
team.
defense. So with Leipzig's firepower as well, with Openda, Forsberg, Xavi Simons and co, it will be an end-to-end game. I expect a lot of goals in there. Now back to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Bayern Munich versus Werder Bremen. Eric Dyer joins Bayern Munich, his brother Harry Kane. They've been having a good time at the club. How do you see them?
Especially Harry
Is it a
Kane.
good signing?
Well, I would say it's a good signing in the sense that he provides cover because Kim Min-jae is gone with South Korea, and you know South Korea are one of the strongest teams in Asia, so he could be out for, let's say, about a month.
Yeah.
So Eric Dyer in there would be enough cover. He would partner Upamecano,
Yeah.
and then also be there when Kim returns. So
It's a good backup.
It's a very good backup.
Yeah.
Never mind what they say.
If Bayern Munich fails to win the Bundesliga this year, has the curse followed Eric Dyer and Harry Kane back to the Bundesliga?
One could say that, but I don't think Bayern are out of the league yet. I mean, there are a lot of games. The second round is about to begin. You don't expect to rule Bayern out already. We saw that even last season, right? With the whole run until the last game week. You can't afford to take them out right now because they signed Spurs players. I mean, Spurs players don't have the culture to win trophies. So I don't think they're coming off Dyer and then Harry Kane is going to head them. Mind you, Harry Kane is scoring goals and he might even break Lewandowski's record.
Sure.
So
Adante,
I
can you
believe
wrap
that
up?
Leverkusen has what it takes to win the Bundesliga this season. Agogo will say, read my lips. So read my lips. Leverkusen is winning.
Look into the camera.
Read my lips. Leverkusen is winning the
We'll come for
Bundesliga. You can come for me. They have already prepared for the AFCON by benching some of their players during the league.
yes.
So they have that done. And they have brought in experienced players. Last season in the Europa, they were failing in experience when they faced Mourinho in the semi-finals. And this season, they have brought Grimaldo, they have brought Hoffman, and our very own Xhaka, who are experienced players. In terms of age, the balance is there. Are you getting it? So these team, they know they have a plan. So that is why I believe that when the matches
the league
is winning the league.
It's not a marathon.
So this season there's a new force.
It's not a sprint.
not a sprint.
It's
I
not
still
a
believe
sprint.
Bayern is winning.
There's a new force. Girona and then Liverpool.
Okay, so guys, there's a new force, says Adante. Thank you guys for coming today. This is how we wrap up today's edition of Pro Weekend Preview Games. Bye. We are out.